Hi, welcome back to the second part of my review regarding Ghana's digital service and payment platform. In this second part, we will look at the responsiveness of the application. That is, how is it does it scale when you are looking at it on phone, tablet, and other platforms like or desktops, of which we've already checked. So mainly we'll be concentrating on the phone and then um, tablet. I think phone is mainly something that Ghanaians use a lot, so it needs to be much more responsive to phone. Also, we will look at accessibility. That's how does this platform cater for those impaired, visually impaired, and might not be able to see things clearly in a normal sense. So we will look at that as well. Without wasting your time, let's get into it. Now let's look at the responsiveness of this. We talked about if probably the possibility to change this one because of responsiveness. So let's try this one. If we just test this in a responsive mode. So at the moment, as you can see, this is the tablet mode, so it works fine. If we switch this to let's say, and that's also, well, you could see that it has started to sort of uh, become like more compact on them. And then okay, again you see the buttons here also going down normal, but I think it would have been better if these were on the content. But that's tablet, which seems fine. Let's look at phone. So now on phone, you see the close button is even missing. And so again, if you, in case you come here and you want to go back, you cannot even see the close button, which is not good. And this is, and again, you could see the tests are, I mean, out of the container or the box. So this is the main reason I mentioned that this could be done better. That not on the pop-up. There was too much on the pop-up. Let's go back. Oh, if we go forward again, you see the same problem. Now, how do I close this? I can't. If we switch this one, then you see the Excel. It's only when you are in the landscape mode. And if we go back again, even though it shows, but you could see clearly that the tests are much more compact here. So it would have been best to have this content on the page rather than in a pop-up. And that was my point, that this could have been on this area. So we've talked about this being dimmed to make this one visible. A lot of pages with some usability issues. Okay, so let's try this. I'll just give you a taste of the usability aspect. So now we have here generic mobile, so with this size, and this is how the site looks like. Most important thing is you don't want to have horizontal scroll, and as now I don't see that one here, which is a good sign. And this has been arranged nicely. I like it. And this, oh, marvelous. So on mobile seems to be pretty much good. We could actually turn this one on the side. That's when you flip it as a on a landscape mode, and that seems to be work. As you can see, it doesn't work. The menu doesn't work. If we take it back, it's good here, as you can see, and you can actually click to see each of them. I was just wondering, this means that there should be something below it. So if there's nothing below it, why this arrow as well? I'm not sure. Of course, these arrows, I would say, shouldn't be there. But yeah, aside that, it works perfectly here. But when we switch here to landscape, then everything is not, this is not working. As you can see, probably have to scroll. As you can see, this is what I wanted to avoid. There's a horizontal scroll to be able to get the whole full stuff. That's not good. um, let's check, um, let's say Galaxy X. So let's close this one, and then this is the home, and then from here, if we should again click there, that works, this works, and then let's flip it, and the problem is still there. So the site is actually not working for responsive when you are in the landscape mode. Good. Let's check tablet. So let's take something like iPad, which is common. If we take iPad, this is again, I'm just checking, just wondering what was on there. It looks, oh, this is not good. I'll prefer this to be have the hamburger symbol. That's the 3 lines, and then when you click, you see this one. This looks a bit uh, okay. Let's put 100% for this. So this is how it looks on tablet, and I don't know. This is also too many tests. This check could be removed. We don't need it. It could be just application status. This find a service. This is already visible here. This could be just service, or maybe find service is fine, but check applications to too long tests. I think it could just be shortened somehow, and in that case, probably this could work. But I will still put this as a 3 lines or 3 hamburger menu that you can click to see the menu. Let's check the, okay, so when we are looking at the landscape mode of the tablet, then it works fine because you have enough space. That makes more sense. So there we have everything working nicely. So yep, that's my take on the responsiveness on desktop. I think, as you can see, or tablet, it works fine. The laptop, it works fine. So now let's take a quick look at the signing up, and then we will see what we can do after we've logged in. So quickly, if you look at this side, we have login or sign up, and there you can type your first name, last name, or surname, and then your phone number, and then your email if available, and your password. Well, here to one quick comment is that well, there could be a quick or small test below detailing what sort of password is acceptable, because I'm not sure, I know to have typed like a strong password already, but other people might type some uh, loose one, and then they will get an error probably. Let's try that. So let's say that I put in some just 4 numbers and click that. Okay, let me make sure I know which numbers I'm putting there. Just this, and then okay. So now it's telling me okay, which is good. This is really good. That email is wrong. Ah, a quick check on my, okay, so now I have my email working, and if I click on this, so the password is a bit loose, or at least you need a huge sort of a bit of I would say secured password 1234, and it worked. It's just like PIN. So I don't know why they've used it that way, but yep. Okay, so now I received my verification number on my phone. So let's try that one in. So, and yep, okay. So I typed in my verification number. Now let's continue. Perfect. Now I don't have application. So yep, I like this. First of all, it takes me to my invoices if I have made a payment. And as you can see, my name is there. If I've already made a payment, then it's taking me here. Let's see. Here you can go to your dashboard. If you click there, it's taking you here. Okay, so that technically this is your dashboard already. I would prefer to see that one a bit so selected somehow. And you can change your password. And actually, you can also add your photo here. So technically, not too, for now, not too many information about you here. It's just probably your photo, of which is optional, your email and your phone number, which is visible basically on this side. Let's go. So once you're okay, and this is again, if I'm logging like that, so I need to put in my phone number and the application to be able to do that. Okay, so now we are logged in. Let's look for a service that we want to sort of apply to. Now, I'll quickly look for passport application. So let's go to individual and let's look for citizenship and passport. And again, I'm sure there might be some more services coming on that page, but until then, just one button is we should avoid and just come to this page directly. Okay, so now that we are logged in already on the uh, digital service and payment platform, let's now try to apply for a passport. I click here and then okay, so it takes me to the okay, as I said earlier on, I don't have to uh, log in again, and this is quite impressive. So this is single sign-on. I only have to authorize, and that's it. Now I'll just go click and successfully authorize, and then taken to the passport um, application. I like this one. Kudos to the development team, and I think the thought behind it is quite good. So with one uh, login, you can log into other services, and that is really good. So then, okay, let's say I want to make a payment just for the sake of it. So I'll put my name, Kwame, and then my email is optional. My phone number is mandatory, so I'll put it there. And then select the application type. Let's say that standard 48 hours, and that is 150 Ghana cedis. And then I'll click here, make payment. Okay, so this is taking quite long time. Changes you made may not be saved. Okay, so we seem to be stuck here somehow, but let's see what happens. So I'll cancel it, and then it could be that, of course, I don't have a rare application, and probably that's it. But yeah, I got stuck here, and probably hopefully this gets somewhere for. So let's leave this side, and I wish I could sort of apply right here as well. So again, if I don't have a payment, then I can easily I don't have an application, then I can easily click apply as well. Of course, I know this is mainly for the payment purposes, so we cannot blame or say much on this. And I like the fact that they have breadcrumb also here, so you can easily go back to, no, actually not this page anyway, but ministries. Let's see. Okay, this is strange a little bit, so let's go back. I think the breadcrumb seems to have some problem there. So here it says Ministry of Local. Okay, so let's click on that one. Then it takes us here, and then we are clicking on ministries. Okay, so if you click on ministries, then it selects agencies, and that is wrong. So if they can look at that, I think breadcrumb should also work, because that's your navigation, what we use for the navigation. So in this case, it's a minus there for me. I haven't talked much about the colors. Okay, so at this point, we will check quickly accessibility. Um, as I said, I like this website platform. Not that too many colors, which is great. So, but the only concern I have might be here. So this test color, of course, when I mouse over, it looks good. But until then, it looks to me that people with underlying visual issues might not see there's a test there. And since there's a lot of, I would say, applications online to check this one. So when you're choosing colors, test on background, you need to be take those into consideration. I've taken the liberty to already check the test color and then the background color. So let's quickly dive into this. We have web aim for testing. So basically what it does is that you put the color of the test and then the background color, and they will give you a ratio, contrast ratio. Uh, at least it needs to pass the AA level, which is about, was it 4.5 or so. So we're not going to go into detail. So I've already gone ahead. Let's pick our background color here. Okay, place the background color. As you can see, I haven't changed our test color, so it's already pushed here, and this is failing for AAA, but it passes this one. Let's now put the color on the website for the tests. So if we put that one, this is it. So as you can see, this is what we see on the website. This color and then the background. Now, as you are seeing here, it fails everything. And that tells us that people with underlying eye issue, it's not even up to 4. This should be, the least should be 4.5. And this is something, again, they need to work on. So this is not good at all. So normally, as we say, it's not just designing the website. Making it usable is key. At this point, let's take a quick look at how another aspect of accessibility, how those blind people will be able to navigate the whole website. So normally, they are not using the mouse as I'm using now. What they will be using is the tab key on the keyboard. And if this application has been programmed well, then they should be able to, or program to that specification, of course. If they have taken that into consideration when doing this, then we should be able. So now I'm going to hit the tab key. Of course, you won't be able to see it. So let's see if we reload this application. Okay, so now we've landed here. I clicked on the tab key. As you can see, I'll keep the mouse somewhere, and then I click on the next. Okay, so Instead of moving me to the about, it jumped me here. So if I'm blind person, I miss the whole of this menu. And then it takes me to the search, of course. Then I can search. It takes me to that. Okay, I'm able to navigate to more. So this is again why I mentioned this should be below, because I haven't really sort of looked at this, and it's telling me view more. Why? Because I need to be able to read this first. Okay, now it takes me this. So I'm using only the tab to do this. So, and then it takes me there. It takes me there. As you can see, it's a bit working, and I'll say that they not that bad, but I think the fact that it's missing this, of course, I can search for them here, but I will entreat the development team to take this into consideration, probably to do so that those uh, challenged people could also have free access to the same platform, and not only uh, others. So it's a bit sort of disenfranchising some people. And again, once if I start from here, you realize that it jumped over all these. So you couldn't actually, if I start and then next, so it jumped over all these plus this individual and business. So that's not for me. And so I'll be happy to see that those are working. So today we checked just two aspects of this accessibility. There are other aspects, and the video is getting too long, but so I will end this. Now, before we close this session, let's take a quick look at few things. First of all, the site is secured, which is good. This shows that the connection is secure. That means when you're using it, you could be uh, confident that your data will be, or your card or bank details will be in safe hands here. But I think in total, this is really good. I haven't really tested the payment itself to see if it will go through, because I didn't have, but I'll try that next time and bring my review as well. But for now, kudos to the government, and this has been long overdue. This will also reduce drastically corruption, and then I mean, because I will not have to pay to anybody physically. You just give me my service, then I come here to pay, and that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next video when I'll look at detailed how to pay with this one. Of course, I need to find something that I need to pay. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.